Stand up when I speak publicly, and I usually speak for 2 hours at a time. So I wanted to tell you that you must pay attention because I will be asking questions. So if you haven't listened carefully and written note, you can find this out. And that's all not true. But the only point is I wanted to say a few things about Mom and Dad and where they all came from. My father, his family came to the United States from Germany in 1690. But his predecessors were Deals, and they started their lives in 1503.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So that part,
Good year.
Deal family,
Good people.
excluding my mother, goes back 500 years. I mean, give me a break, 500 years. We can't even think about what 500 years is. Now, the Scheimers came from the same general part of Germany, which was the Baden-Württemberg area, which is near Frankfurt. Probably Doug knows where that is, I suppose.
A little bit.
What?
A little bit.
Ask a question. I don't have all the answers, but I'd be glad to give you what I have. But going back further, when they came, Johann Deal came in 1690, and he's the most recent person that we know enough about. The Deals of New Oxford website is very illustrative of the names and dates of people, and there's 5,000 people on the website. It's a history of 5,000. Anyway, the point I'm saying is that there's a lot of information that's in the website, and if you're interested in it, you can certainly get a lot more of it. And if you have a question, I may not have the answer, but I'd be glad to talk to you. The other thing, what happened when the Deals came? Well, and the Scheimers. The Scheimers were in eastern Pennsylvania near Easton, Pennsylvania, and my father grew up in New Oxford, Pennsylvania, and he, at one point in his life, had arranged a blind date with this girl from Easton, Pennsylvania. And I don't know all the details of that, but my father got on a train and went to Easton to pick up his date. And he and his date took the traction line. You know what a traction line is?
No.
It's like a train, but people get on it and ride to work or whatever. But anyway, the traction was one of the big wheels of transportation around that time. So Leslie, my father, went to Easton and he met and dated Lida Scheimer, who Sue mentioned before. So they got on the traction line and took it down to Philadelphia, and John Philip Sousa was playing on the village green. And that's why they went to Philadelphia. That was their date. They went down there to hear John Philip Sousa to play. He was a very popular person in the kind of music. And it so impressed my father.
Wrote a lot of marches.
Yeah. It so impressed my father that in about 1937, he thought the city of Dayton should have an open air place people could come and listen to music and so forth, which is basically what he and Mother saw down in Philadelphia. Okay, so Dad, I was 7 years old. My father got together enough people and money to build a little bandstand on Island Park, which is a publicly owned city park in Dayton, Ohio. So the band played, the small band played over on this bandstand at Island Park, and it was a roaring success. Everybody wanted to go, oh, we're going Sunday night, we're going to the band concert. And the band plays, and my father would usually direct the last chorus of one of the popular songs for an outdoor shindig like that. Anyway, and it was so successful that my dad said, we've got to do better than this, we've got to have a shell. So he got the Chamber of Commerce, of course, which he worked for, and the Dayton Power and Light, which were very financially contributing organization, and the city of Dayton, and they said, okay, we'll build a shell. So some of you are old enough to remember who the WPA was. The Workmen's Progress Association. It was created at the end of the, well, toward the end of the Depression, to do public projects. So the WPA was one of the contractors that they used to build this shell at Island Park. Well, I'm going on too far. In any event, they built the shell, and it was an instant success. Instant. People were there every Sunday night. You couldn't get, once you got across the bridge, you couldn't get back on the mainland because there were so many people around. It was very, very successful. So through the years, my father always led in group singing at the end of the concert. He said, okay.
They're sing-along?
Yeah, sing along. He's directing, okay, you guys are basses, you guys are treble, whatever, you know. And so there was usually a couple songs that he would lead in group singing, and everybody loved that. That was just so happy occasion. You could see it here. I was old enough by that time to know more about what was going on. And I was very proud of my father. I always have been. And I regret that I was 16 years old when I lost him. He died at 60, and I was 16. So I'm not pressing the bell, but I really miss my dad.
Yeah.
I really did. I had a great respect because what he accomplished in his 60 years of life was something that most of us, including me, had never thought about accomplishing. It was he was a great guy. And when he died, the Dayton Power and Light, the Chamber of Commerce, and the city of Dayton decided they were going to rename the band shell the Leslie L. Deal Memorial Shell, which they did. And
What year was that?
that was about 1947 or 8.
47.
Yeah.
Year before.
So that whole thing, I mean, I was just a kid. That whole thing was such an episode in my life. It made an impression that I have never, ever forgotten. And I think about it a lot. I guess that's silly.
No, it's not silly at all. No, that's pretty.
And your mom helped to keep his memory alive.
Oh, yes, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she was devoted to him.
Oh, absolutely. Mom and Leslie were friends for life. And some of us have carried that idea along.
Not unlike you and Joyce.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend forever.
Absolutely. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years in April that we lost her. And every night, I walk through the hall, and you know, there's a little hall in the middle of our house. And I've got pictures of Joyce there. And I always say goodnight to her. And I come back that way in the morning and I say hello. Oh, Joyce.
And she's listening. She's listening.
What?
She's
Joyce is
listening to you.
listening to you.
She hears you.
Joyce hears you every
Oh.
night and every morning.
Yeah. Well, most of you know her, most of you knew her, and I don't have to explain what a nice person she was, because you know her.
We're not talking about a nice person, we're talking about the love of your effing life. She was adorable, and you loved her beyond the depths
Yeah,
and breadths of the ocean.
absolutely.
She was frisky too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not Joyce.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and she was very opinionated, because because
Not Joyce.
She was very quick.
right in the morning, it got to be 5 minutes till 10. She almost had a stroke. I gotta get there and get that bed made. It has to be made by 10 o'clock. If it's not made by 10 o'clock, the police are gonna come and take me away.
You know, ever since you told me that, I always make sure that the bed is made by 10 o'clock in the morning.
Guess what? I do too. I make my bed every morning
Our
before.
lives changed because of Joyce.
I live with her daughter. Carrying on the tradition.
10 o'clock.
She's carrying on the tradition.
Well, thank you very much for letting me speak.
Oh,
We love this.
sorry.
That was perfect.
That was wonderful.